Hey guys, since many of you have been asking, for the Season 3 PvP skill tree basically, and yeah, I get the comments every now and then about basically what kind of skill tree I am right now, so, and explain why I got Mega Drill Break and so, but yeah, let's start from the very beginning. Yeah, these two self-explanation. Oh my god, I won't even bother using advanced English. Keep it simple. Level 1 for both. Burning Rush, Panic button, the Fart button, Run Impact, usually for that node, which reduces accuracy by 20% for 4 seconds. And the other good thing is it gives you Awakening Charge and underlays you, so it's really useful in team matches. If another guy is just standing in there underlaying you, you can dodge some hypers with it even. Yeah, so back to the build. Mega Drill Break maxed out. Why? Because it's a node. The drill part will always be critical and it will ignore defense. Surprisingly, this is the biggest damaging move Blade Master has. I'm not even kidding. Every activation is from, judging like, it usually deals around decent 8 to 16k. Depending on the person's equipment you're using it on. Like 16 is a slightly overkill, 14k. And that also depends if you have wind on other proc things. Counter chance level 1 because thanks to the fine swordsmanship, Blade Master never misses. It's a bugged passive where it gives you basically 46% instead of 4.6. So yeah, that's pretty much. So it's just for the get up X, nothing else. Cannon Blade level 20. I just chose this because why the heck not? It's a fun skill. I would not suggest you get it though. Skip Berserker Blade. Got maxed out basic physical offense just for that 200 physical attack on everything. 60 defense. I seem this way more useful than Berserk, than a skill which always knocks down and requires you to have, in my opinion, at least +9 or +10 to actually be useful. Unless you use it as a finisher, which I don't know. I prefer Mega Drill Break for damage, and I think it might sometimes out damage Berserker Blade 50 MP more than 100. Get 10 done maxed out for maxed out duration, maxed out knockdown reduction. Since this is a PvP skill tree, I skipped shockwaves completely. Fine swordsmanship. So tomorrow, which is 5th of February, Korea is gonna receive a balance patch thanks to level 80 caps just ruining the balance completely. And they're kind of ruining it further. So this passive is going to get buffed to 5.5%. Was it 5.5? I'm not completely sure. But it should be something like that. Wait, let me check it out right now. Fine swordsmanship. Accuracy is gonna get changed to 8%. And attack speed is gonna be 5.5, which brings out the question if this passive is going to get fixed. Will it give 80% accuracy right now, or just 8? So, just in case, you guys might need another skill tree reset later on to get some SP back into this one, which I will probably use SP from Cannon Blade to invest into counter chance. If the passive will be fixed, but that's pretty. But if it's not, then I'll just keep it the way it is right now. I chose none here, but in Korea, the Bloody XL HP absorption will get decreased to 10%, which right now I think it's around 12% HP from the damage you do. I think at least. Shadow Piercing level 1 just for the Shadow Thrust. Never use it unless I'm out of MP or do not need to use Thrust because of the positioning. Wolfang maxed out, one of the most most frequently used catching moves for my playstyle. Maxed out physical offense training for another 220 physical attack power. Now if you add 220 to 200, you get memes. You're welcome. Anyway, one flash, obviously. I do not want to be a sitting duck for like 3 seconds, feeding 60-70 MP to my opponent, which... Okay, back to the skill tree. Refined, and I can never pronounce this word. I'm not even sure if it's Psych? I have no idea. So yeah, this gives you right now 11.2% reduction, and it scales 0.8 per, no, 1.2 per level. So by the level 80, it would be around, let's say I'm not even counting, around 14%-ish, around there. But thanks to the balance patch, it will be 20 at level 80 cap. So Blade Master, the new tank. Okay, continuing. This is gonna get buffed, so more natural tankiness. I think this is a really good buff. Oh, I forgot to mention, Infinity Cause. It will be buffed to 25% knockdown reduction rate. Now here comes some nerfs. As you can see here, the current knockdown reduction for level 70 cap is 30%. By level 80, it would be 34, so basically level 8. And it would, yeah, I mentioned, it would reduce knockdown rate by 34%. But they're nerfing it to 25% at level 8, so that's kinda ouch. But if they would keep that, let's be honest, 50% knockdown not 50. 25 here, and then there's like 34 here, so that's 59% knockdown reduction. And if you have wind, well, hooray, that's even better. But now they are not skipping this, so they're nerfing Giga Drive to 25% knockdown reduction. Also, I never really use Giga Drive in PvP, to be honest. That's why I usually carry around Cannon Blade, because it can offer some funny moments. But I do take Giga Drive into 2v2. Got Shadow Thrust maxed out for damaging, as I use it really frequently to catch. Hyper, I'm not using it in my PvP setup at all. Even while going into team matches, I prefer having Mega Drill Break, which actually deals damage. And the reason I do not like Extreme Blade is the finishing hit. If the person happens to have guild skill, which one it is again? It's Last Recovery. So if they have it maxed out, 5% to heal 120 of the damage. And since Blade Master active is so stylish, there's crap load of multi-hits, so that procs the health regen really frequently. And then you're like, oh, last hit. Yeah, should be dead, but since Blade Master is so awesome, he keeps launching the enemies even after the hyperactive, so they can get the HP back before they land. So it usually ends up backfiring and even healing the enemies, which is kinda sad. But yeah, I strongly recommend Mega Drill Break with the note instead of Maximum Cannon. I know the Maximum Cannon note offers you mana burn and that retarded hitbox after it's over behind you. But I strongly suggest if you want to deal damage in PvP, my PvP setup is something around 6k ad with plus 8, which is not really that much compared to some people have. It's something like this, yeah, 5.7k. This is what I usually have in PvP, a 30% reduction. But most of the time I end up actually being able to stand against my opponents with even damage. I can stand against certain Night Watchers in terms of damage, but I guess that's just me not fucking up on the traps, but if I do, then I'm pretty much dead. But I can match their damage pretty well. I have Wind 2 and Freezing on my weapon as attribute. So Mega Drill Break, it procs it quite often, so there's 40% extra damage from your weapon's base attack, and that little freezing for more defense reduction for overall combos. But I'll be switching to Wind 3 if I'll ever get Storm Warrior. It will be 4% win chance. Might even switch to 4x, which gives me another 10% win proc chance, so I'll be around 29% win proc chance for like 10 seconds, so I'll be like a Bubba Bee. Hooray! But yeah, that pretty much settles it. I could work around getting more ad or reduction, but so far as I'm seeing, it's working pretty well. Just showing some of my sockets for you guys in case you're interested. Most of all the Ice Burner armor pieces are 3 ad, 3 reduction. Boots are, yeah. I'll just keep quiet around this. Also, I focused around the Awakening Charge instead of pure ad reduction. You can see on my top 500 Awakening Charge. Oh, this is dungeon stats. It's 4k exactly. Actually, then there's some from my Ice Burner hair. And 3-piece right there. Extra Awakening Charge. Some from the PvP accessories, which give really good identifications. Trust me, these are really good compared to regular accessories in terms of stats. You should buy them. No joke. Here's some I managed to get. 37 to all attributes, that's pretty good. Awakening time 8.4%, also pretty good. 8k HP, also really good. Critical Awakening Charge, ad reduction, full reduction, and yeah. You can also use something like Helino, but oh, I don't happen to have full set right now there. But I think you guys understood the point. I also pretty much have maxed out HP with this kind of build. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the build. Yeah, Cannon Blade is just for fun in my opinion. Giga Drive, I mean, usually leads me into spamming actives too much, which is not really good. Another thing you have to be careful about is when you use Katendon, like imagine this kind of scenario. The match begins, and both of you are like trying to catch, and if your MP is like you get the first catch like pretty much instantly. You use Katendon, for example, or Mega Drill Break. By the time you have MP to use your damaging move, Mega Drill Break, they will probably MP break. So you have to take first either you have to have MP goggles to know when to not use Mega Drill Break to save MP, or you have to know really... you have to know basically how much MP he has by counting, like, in the back of your head, which is sometimes difficult. But yeah, That's my build for PvP. PvE I can run over really quickly. I have no idea why this is here. Shouldn't even be here. This should be level 1. None of these. Berserker Blade maxed out. This build is really messy, to be honest. I would get rid of... what would I get rid of when I think about it? Some SP from Counter Chance. I would definitely go for Giga Drive plus Bloody Excel, and then something like Wind Orb, and then Hyper with Wedding Skill, because that gives you a complete boost of like 25 plus 20 attack power increase. So that's 45% plus Wind Orb. I have no idea. It like lowers the defense, and then if you use Hyper, it will be around 17 to 18k percentage or so. It will be around Runeslayer's tier, like without anything. So yeah, you can be Runeslayer for, I don't know, a couple of seconds. That's quite a big improvement for Blade Master. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I guess another thing I could mention is the other passive Blade Mastery. The criticals it will give will be 12%. Still not worth it in my opinion. I would take Fine Swordsmanship any day over the critical passive. But yeah, guys, if you have any questions, just leave them down below the video. And when I think about it, this is almost another video of me talking to myself for 17 minutes. Well, thank you for watching, guys. May this be 17 minutes.